Awesome. Let's do this, shall we? Ladies and gentlemen, we are back once again. I was going to say with a transfer news fix. We've got a bit of transfer bits. We're going to talk about Old Trafford Village, if that's what it's going to be called. A bit of a pop-up pub at Old Trafford. We're also going to talk about Upamecano, who's on the transfer list. That name's returning once again. It seems to always be linked with us. Ornstein's update on Baleba. I was going to say David Baleba then. It's like a mix of a journalist.
David Baleba.
David Baleba, whoever that is. Ornstein's update on Carlos Baleba, my apologies, and Simon Stone as well. And also Amorims demands exposed. He's giving Anthony ultimatums. He's giving Garnacho ultimatums. I'm sure we'll get into Alejandro Garnacho a little bit later on because I'm very curious to get Aaron and Chivy's thoughts on that after the kind of the stuff that was coming out yesterday. But let's start off. I want to start off with this pop-up pub topic, lad, simply because we always talk about transfer news. We always talk about, will it happen? Don't know if it'll happen, yada, 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 and so on and so on. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But there was news reported before Manchester United had to open a pop-up pub at Old Trafford. Officials will unveil vast 900 square metre marquee behind the Stretford End in time for their first match of the season on Sunday against Arsenal. The new addition will have room for 1,000 supporters and be viewed from as a fan village at Old Trafford. Starting from this weekend, the opening on the new addition will be free to enter. Can you believe that? Under Ratcliffe and Ineos, free. I bet he's absolutely livid.
How much are the prices for the pints and the stuff inside? Do you know what I mean?
That's something that we'll definitely get onto. The move is aimed at bringing fans to the stadium early and helping generate atmosphere in the build-up to kick-off. And also, United believe it will provide an opportunity for local businesses like Manchester-based brewer Shindigger and also Yard and Coop as well to be involved in this kind of setup, which is, I don't know, I think it's quite interesting. What are your initial thoughts, Sam, on this? Obviously, me, you, and Aaron are a bit more local than Chivy is.
Yeah. I wouldn't go personally. Not my vibe. I don't like big. For a guy who goes to a stadium and goes to a lot of gigs and stuff, I don't like big crowds.
I was just about to say that to you.
Yeah. But I put up with it because I want to go see a band or I want to see the football, so I put up with it for them. But yeah, just hanging out loud, boisterous football fans outside the ground. It's not for me. I'm sure.
Such an old man.
I am.
Loud, boisterous fans.
No, but they enjoy it. Like that, they like that atmosphere. They enjoy it.
Yeah,
like they're down for it. Cool. Like if you enjoy it, go for it. But it's just not for me, man. Like I go to a more expensive cinema because I know there's not going to be kids and loads of people on the phones shouting, doing stupid shit in the cinema. I'll pay a bit more to not deal with that. So that's where I'm at in my life, like with that. So I get to Old Trafford just before kickoff. I go in, I watch the game, and I fuck off. Like
with
I don't
his slippers on.
And stuff. Yeah, my slippers, my dressing gown.
Yeah,
I've got I've got the what's the thing that Scrooge wears on his head when he goes to bed and all.
Yeah,
what
is the name of that?
I don't know. But yeah, that's me. So I'm not for it, but I'm sure it's going to be very, very popular because if you look at hotel football, that's rammed in it every single day, like match day and stuff like that. So I'm sure it'll get people in the door, and it's an extra revenue stream in it for Ineos and for United, like spending money every match day on that sort of thing. So I'm sure it's a great idea.
I have to agree with you. I think that on the cinema thing in particular, I was there watching that Eminem documentary the other day, and there was like two 16-year-old girls behind us just giggling throughout the full thing. Yeah. It was like, and I was just kept looking behind, man. Like, what can you say? Because, like, the young girls, you can't say shut the fuck up, can you? Do you know what I mean? So it was just kind of like...
Sidebar, there was a story. I was watching Sinners, the horror film, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Fantastic film, by the way. Go see it if you don't see it. And there was an old woman, white woman, by the way, as well. Not that. Yeah. Old white woman at the back in the corner, and there was two lads towards the right of me, and they were chatting all the way through the film. And at some point, this old white woman just got sick of it and just went, "Shut the fuck up!" And it's like, it's a cinema of 12 people, so it's a small fucking cinema, and everybody heard it. She was just like, Jesus Christ, man, this is ridiculous.
It's interesting, isn't it, the people that you pick up in those kind of places. On this idea, Chivy, are you going to be on a similar note as it's kind of like not your thing, or would you be up for something like this?
No, that's 1,000% my vibe.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, 100%.
We got a taker.
Anyone from sort of like my sort of generation that was watching football in Nigeria, like if there's any Nigerian person watching this now, they would understand, because we used to have a thing called viewing centers, and it was like literally like, and it's not like I had Sky and whatever, I could watch all the games at home, but you would leave your house and you would go to these places like makeshift shacks, but they're massive and they'd fit like 200 people in there.
Yeah.
And there's one big screen TV, and it's just, that's where the banter is. That's where people betting over everything. Like, it's the funniest sort of environment. Like, it's amazing. It's an experience. It's hot. So like we're all there like bare chested, and it's crazy. And that's it. That's how I grew up. And then that's how I grew up, watching football. Like, I'd leave the comfort of my home and then you go to places like that, and it's just amazing. That's where you get the funniest people and that kind of stuff. And for me, football has always been that sort of, social community sort of thing. I can let loose. I'm pretty much a chilled guy for 23 hours a day. But then when I'm watching football, like, that's when I can let loose and
let the tribal out.
Yeah. That's that's where I can cuss people out and that sort of thing. And I mean, I'm not saying that's what I'm going to do, but it's just
Jimmy's automatically banned from the pop-up pub already.
Exactly. So that's absolutely my type of vibe, especially if I'm surrounded by 999,000 Man United fans or whatever. I'd love that. I'd absolutely love it. Probably wouldn't do it every other weekend, but it's one of those things where I'd like to do it every once in a while, just go there, sort of thing. I love it. I love the idea. I'll definitely be there a couple of times.
I'm already eyeing up the Burnley game, Aaron. I'm looking at that and thinking, right, surely we've got to beat Burnley and batter them, and that has been a game where you can at least half enjoy it. I don't want to do it where we're playing a big team because I've still got worries about the Arsenal game, which we'll again talk about a little bit later on. But do you think this is also signs of it kind of turning into a business adventure / experience? You've heard about the reports of the new stadium, in it, like what they're doing, making it so they're there all day, spending a lot of money, basically.
Yeah, well, the thing I'm referring it to is when, obviously, I went to Atletico Madrid in January, and we got the train there, and as soon as you come off the train and up the steps, you're there at the front of the stadium, and at the front of the stadium they've got all little stands, so it'll be where you can get a pint, a burger, or different food, and loads of benches out at the front. So you go in more of onto a complex, and then you get past that bit, and then you go into the stadium. So and me and my mate was saying, Old Trafford needs something like that, like you were saying.
Dead, isn't it? When you go to
dead. You literally just go to stand outside. There's nothing else.
You literally get onto Old Trafford. And you walk down the way and you're all crammed in, and
that's it.
Then you get halfway down and there's a guy checking your bag, and you're all going through like penguins, but it's there's nowhere to chill. There's literally nowhere to chill.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's bizarre. You're kind of lingering about with a hot dog, aren't you, next to
There's
you get your food and you're like, where do I go now?
There's maybe 5 benches behind the Trinity statue in it, and then that's
exactly.
always
by the fence.
It's just literally that's the only bed. There's nothing else anywhere, and you're never gonna sit there. So you're just I'm just stood there with all the other people. What is the point? So there's no point in going.
And when you go to Old Trafford, because we ain't got anything like that. When you're outside the stadium, everyone feels like they're in a rush because it's they need to get into. Out there, it was just chilled. You could easily get there a few hours and just chill out.
Sure.
We were saying, we're so far behind in terms like that. Even it's not a place. Old Trafford doesn't feel like a place where you want to be. You just go and watch the football.
Yeah.
You don't chill outside. So I'm all for it, man. I think it would be better.
That is the best way to describe it. And do you know what as well? They need to sort out the tram networks and shit, because I'm telling you now, getting that tram back from Wharfside after the game back to where
chaos.
I live.
It's fucking chaos.
You are neck sniffing for the full way. Genuinely, it is like a load of cockroaches just shoved in a tube, and you're just kind of waiting for your fucking stop off.
Do you know what's really annoying as well? A lot of the time they put double trams on. For some reason after the game, it's single trams.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. Why the fuck? Just put double trams on. For the love of God, it don't make any sense to me at all.
You guys are lucky because you live in Manchester. For people like us that come from out of town to go to Old Trafford, I just know I'm getting home at 1 in the morning. It's if it's
and after how we've been playing recently as well, Civir, that's the thing.
Bro.
After a shit performance.
Yeah, it's always the worst when you lose and then you have to get on the train and then go. I think that's how the channel came about, because I remember when I started talking to you guys on Twitter, I was raging. The train, Piccadilly, I was we'd lost the game. I don't remember what game it was, and then I joined the Twitter space. and I was just going mental. But yeah, it's one of those things like leaving the game, like it's always just
everyone
insane.
does it. Yeah, everyone does. But it's only decent from the minute it kicks off, basically, and you do the country road kind of song. To like probably the 92nd minute, and as soon as that minute kicks off, the anxiety of I've got to get out this fucking stage.
Do you know what?
Can I just add what I hate? Going a bit off topic.
We can all do it. No, don't. It's unfiltered. Don't worry. Go
you know them people that run out the stadium? It pisses me off. Like, where are you? Why are you so important that you?
We're still going to meet at the tram station. Like,
exactly.
Why are you running?
Exactly. I hate that shit, man. It really does my head in.
Do you know what? They have tried to improve the atmosphere recently. You know, the European games with the tifos and stuff like that, and the flares and stuff like that.
See,
so
I
they
like
have tried.
Stuff like that, mate.
Yeah, that's fun. So I love that shit. Like I think Nick went to one of them where they were doing it, and I texted him saying, get there early because they're doing this shit. So they've tried to improve it, which I like because you look at say if you look at Dortmund with the yellow wall, or you look at like any sort of Italian game, like
Napoli always have good ones.
Napoli,
Boca Juniors and shit like that.
It just looks insane, doesn't it? It looks fucking chaos. I'm like, we need some of that. We need some of that.
Is it a culture? Do you think this is like a cultural thing?
I think so.
Maybe. British people are just sort of quite laid back, aren't they? Like they're not.
We just want to go. We just want to go and insult people for 90 minutes.
Drink a pint and insult fucking everyone on the pitch.
Chant about Jamie Vardy's wife being a grass and stuff like that. Whereas, like, if you go to like South America, Boca Juniors, like they want to kill the other like opposition people. They want to murder them. Like that's how passionate they are.
Yeah, it's weird how it's
sorry. To be fair, the one thing that you know I have to give credit where credit is due is like the chants, like the chants.
Nobody beats English people with chants. Nobody beats us.
Yeah, mate, especially when you compare it to Americans as well. You see someone honestly. I remember watching a vlog where a guy goes to an American game and the chants are so horrific.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? It's
Let's
fucking terrible.
go Green Timbers. And you're like, oh my fucking God. Like it's such night and day difference from when they travel to England and we're like, fucking like.
Well, you look at like sorry, Chivy. You look at wrestling when wrestling comes to Europe and the chants some of the wrestlers get that they don't have in America. Like in America, they just chant the name or they chant they suck or something, and they come to Europe and there's some ridiculous chants.
Yeah,
and
then
the
they
wrestlers
steal them as well.
But the wrestlers are like, I've not experienced this before. This is fucking weird. Yeah. But in football, it just happens, doesn't it? Like there's just always a weird chant or a song or something, which I love it.
Yeah, you've got to love it. Let me go into the comments section before we continue the conversation. After Sam Platt had the fire, we should be supporting the pubs around the ground. So Jim has enough with the ticket prices. And how much will a pint be in the pop-up? Yeah. How much? What's the guess? Guess the price of a pint in a pop-up pub.
£9.
Oh, well, you went high.
Yeah, I'd say 8.
Yeah, I was going to say about 750.
Yeah, same.
What's a pint? Pint in the centre of town is about £7 now, isn't it?
It depends. It really, really depends.
I mean, if you go to a bougie place, then it's going to be up there.
Yeah, I'm a Wetherspoons guy, mate. I'll just fucking sink.
Well, you can't compete with Wetherspoons.
About 50p
in terms of pricing and stuff like that.
Wait, hold on. A pint in Manchester, £7.50.
Some places,
some places,
yeah. Obviously, if you go Wetherspoons, then it's ridiculous.
Mate, in Monton, when my thing was with there and there, you can get like I've been charged $6.50 for like a Moretti.
Sale here as well. Like I think a pint cider is like £6, $6.50. Like
horrendous,
ridiculous. Sam.
Exactly as Sam said, it's extra revenue for Ineos. It's going to help pay for the stadium, right? Well, I don't know about paying for the stadium. It depends on the price of the pints.
I was going to say there's going to be a lot of pints. A lot of pints being sold.
If they're charging a tenner a pint, they might just get there. Vince is saying I'm on the road should be clean much days for coaches to leave quicker. That's why a lot of coach companies now don't park in M3. Tim99 said it wouldn't be a trip to OT without being squeezed onto the tram and trying to find a urinal. And a urinal that isn't blocked as well.
I mean, I hope he's talking about urinal at the ground and not on the tram.
Yeah, you gotta go. You gotta go, man.
There are no urinals on the tram, by the way. Just so you know.
You gotta go. It's gonna be $5.50. Already seen the new prices leak online. Oh, that's all right. Then.
That's not bad.
Decent.
That's decent.
Yeah,
that's all right.
I'll take that. That is cheap. Do you know who isn't gonna be cheap, lads? Carlos Baleba is not going to be cheap. Now, we've had some updates on this midfield. I'm very keen to get everyone's thoughts on this situation. And a certain individual has been very positive in the chat about this deal potentially going through, so I definitely want to pick his brain about it. Simon Stone saying, I'm not getting the impression Brighton's stance on midfielder Carlos Baleba is weakening. Brighton have been keen to stress they have no desire or interest in selling Baleba, whose contract runs to 2028. They are sticking to their mantra. Whether the player accepts the fact is another matter. But then we had Ornstein and Laurie Whitwell report that Carlos Baleba is keen on a Manchester United move and personal terms will not be a problem. A number of players have been in contact with Baleba about a transfer, explaining the current landscape and ambitions. Lads, this Baleba situation is growing more and more interesting by the minute, the longer the window goes on, right? First and foremost, just a general question. This is an open question to you guys. Would you spend £100 million on him right now and have no issues with it at all?
Chippy.
Yes, 100%.
There you go.
Why?
You go.
What about him have you watched that convinces you think he's definitely worth it?
I don't know. I think for the way we play, I think he'd be perfectly suited for the role. Now, I'm not saying him coming in is going to change the midfield, but it would increase our chances, like, I don't know, 50% of being more attacking. The way he drives with the ball, like one of the things we struggle to do is move the ball from midfield up front. Like the way he drives with the ball, the energy, the intensity. The role just calls for someone who's just a fucking maniac, but like an intelligent maniac. I think he's that sort of person. And I'd pay it because that's what he's worth. We're not going to get him for less than that, whether it's this summer, next summer, the summer after. That's the going rate now, and that's what he's worth. So I'd pay it, man. Like Arsenal paid what for? What's his name?
100.
Yeah.
Rice.
I mean,
What's
that's sorry. Yeah. That's the going rate. I mean, that's football now. That's the evaluation for players. I don't think anyone is going to get it for less than 85, 90. So it's that sort of range. If we can pull it off again for cheaper, absolutely, then we can do it. But I think if it's 100 mil and we manage to raise 100 mil, then why not? And Brighton as well. Like I love the way, even though it's like to our detriment, but I love the way they do business. Like they're not giving anything away.
Clinical, aren't they?
Clinical. They will sell because they've placed a valuation on him. They will sell, but to everyone else, this is how you do business. This is how you have a poker face. Behind the scenes, they're already prepared. I can guarantee you they have like 2 or 3 people that they're scouting somewhere in fucking
He's already in the door.
South America.
The replacement is already there. He was on loan last season, so he's already in the door. So they don't even have to go out and get him. He's already there.
Carlos Baleba, they bought after 21 professional appearances. Just
they know what they're doing, man. Like Brighton is not going to turn down £100 million. Like they're not going to. Or whatever, unless there's like a bidding war. But when they see money, they will go for it. And there's an opportunity now. The player's head has been turned. He's ready to join. If we can raise the money, why not? More for it.
Is he an element? How do you deal with this, Aaron, if you're in the Oslo United? Because what's coming out from the club is that they might be willing to take a risk just to get the jump on him now rather than wait until the summer because they know other clubs are going to be interested and it's going to push his price up. And even maybe then if they wait, it'll be a lot more expensive. But then how do you handle that? Because we've already spent 170 million, call it, with Sesko and Bumo and Cunha. Do you take that risk?
Yeah, I think if they genuinely do want him, which it seems that they do, I do think that we're going to try and make a move this summer. Just alluding to what I said in the chat the other day, that everyone we've been linked with or spoken to, we've had clear intent. We've not been. I don't feel like we've been testing the waters with players. What has come out anyway? Everything that's come out has been factual. That we've wanted the player and we've got them. The only one we didn't get was Delap, but it was well known that we were in for him. So that's what makes me think, if there's stuff coming out and it's all like positive and that we're going to test the waters and that he's keen, like this must be what we're feeding. We're like feeding to the media. It makes me feel that they are going to try it, and it makes me feel like that they've got some sort of confidence because I don't feel like it would be coming out if they weren't. The only gripe for me is the price tag. It's like, I don't know. I think I'm a bit old school mentality when I think of like £100 million player. For
It's
me,
heavy, innit?
For me, that's like a Harry Kane was 100 million. You know what I mean? Around that.
Well, Bellingham was just under 100 million as well.
Ronaldo, obviously, it was a few years ago, but Juve bought Ronaldo for 100 million.
Yeah.
I think it's because I'm used to like goal scorers or like that.
Can I throw something back to you though? Like when you look at on reflection now, what Chelsea spent on Casado and what Arsenal spent on Rice,
but
do you think on reflection that's worth it now?
Casado, no, but Rice, I feel like he was at this point, like when he moved, he was more established than what Baleba is now.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it means getting him through the door. I'm kind of like, if that's your man, I always believe if that's your man and that's who you want, go and get them. So if that's what they think he's worth and that's the man they want, then I think we should.
Yeah. So is that enough, Sam?
Can I just make a very quick addition to what Aaron said, really quick, just based on the Declan Rice thing? Like, I think if we paid 100 mil for Declan Rice, like he would have been shit for us because he doesn't fit the way we play. Well, at the time, and our team was that rubbish. But with Arsenal, they paid 100 mil, and he came in and slotted in just perfectly because he was the right person for the role. So I think when it comes to like valuations, I think for Baleba, for us, like he's worth that money because he would fit in perfectly. And make us
it's not the player that's worth that; it's what it adds to the team.
Exactly, it's the intangibles. But yeah, that's story. I just wanted to add that.
No, I think another point, Sam, that's been made is that enough in the midfield though? And also, who do you think would be his best partner in your opinion in the middle of the park?
I've seen a lot of stuff going around that, and this is people who they're not top journalists, but they are people online who have got shit right quite a lot. So I do trust them. Let's say a lot of them are saying this might be Bruno's last season at United. After this, he might go.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So if that is the case, you get Baleba in, and then they're obviously making it so Kobbie Mainoo is going to take up Bruno's mantle. I imagine he's the next guy. So I imagine the future pairing would be Baleba and Kobbie Mainoo. I imagine that would be the pairing that they want to have going forward. Whether that happens this season, I don't know. This season, it'll probably be Bruno and Baleba if he does come in. Because obviously, there's no future in Casemiro. He will leave eventually. Ugarte, there's big question marks on him, especially on the ball and his ball progression and stuff like that. Toby Collier's going on loan. I saw Nathan Salt mention he might be heading to Hull City. Yep. So obviously he's that thing. Sekou Kone's not ready yet. There's still sort of question marks over him. So that's probably what you're looking at. Your midfield pairing is going to be Kobbie Mainoo. If we're not playing with a midfield three, it has to be Kobbie Mainoo and Baleba going forward. But I think this season it'll probably be Bruno who partners him. I think that'll be the way we line up.
Did we ever see Kobbie working in that role? Just in general, Aaron Chivers, like, do you?
Can I make a very bold prediction?
Yes, please do.
Carlos Baleba. Well, if I'm thinking like Jason Wilcox.
Everyone get the Jason Wilcox head on. Yeah, go on.
Baleba this summer. Adam Walton next summer.
Ooh, don't tease me, Chivy. Don't tease me.
Do you know what I mentioned to Shreyas the other day? I said, had United have sold Bruno when Saudi came in, could they have got both of them this summer?
That is the perfect balance of a midfield. Yeah. I swear to God, I'm probably not the only one thinking that. And I'm sure if Wilcox is everything we believe him to be, as far as football knowledge, his trust in Premier League talent, I can and the ambition that Ineos is known for, I can see that happening very easy. Especially if Bruno leaves next season for 60 whatever.
Yeah,
I can see that happening, and I'm just going to make that very bold. Obviously, I'm more than happy to be wrong or anything, but I will not be surprised if we want to rush this now, and then go for it next season. Because as much as we really, really love Kobbie Mainoo. I'm sure all of you do. I really like him. I don't know if he's the right profile to give us a consistent performance in that. Maybe in another couple of years he can grow into the role, but I don't know if he's. Do you get what I'm saying? It doesn't just seem like the perfect fit. Like it still feels a little bit like it's a square peg in a round hole. But Adam Wharton, like that sort of cool head, like the balance between Wharton and Baleba is it's crazy. It's just perfect balance, and I think it works. I think it really does work because you have one. Yeah, I don't even have to explain it. Like it works.
No, I watched him in the community. I mean, I watched him obviously a million times before, but I watched him in the Community Shield. And he's one of those players, people, like, it's just kind of outside of watching, you wouldn't give him man of the match because he didn't stand out necessarily and do anything like, you know, score a 40-yard screamer or anything. But the simplicity in his game and how consistent he is.
He's like Carrick. Like, he doesn't get dirty. Like, you know, his socks are still clean. Like, after like a 120-minute game, like, you know, it's that sort of player.
It's a weird comparison, but he is the most Spanish midfielder who's not Spanish.
Yeah.
Like the way he plays is so technical. His passing range is excellent. Like if he was playing in Spain right now, it'd be Pablo Guartano or something, whatever it is.
Yeah.
He'd be there. He would cost. He'd be like a ridiculous amount. Like he would be heralded. Yeah.
He's awareness.
He's that good. And it's so like, how many English midfielders can you name who are that good? Like Michael Carrick.
Yeah, Scholes.
That's
obviously
goals. Like that's about it in it. Really, there's not many, and I think he could be that good if he gets the right club.
In the meantime, Aaron, how do we deal with this situation? Even if Carlos Baleba does come in, is Bruno and Baleba going to be enough? And then also, you know, people might get injured. People might, you know, you might have to bring Ugarte or Kobe. Like, what on the landscape of the midfield now? How do you feel about that kind of whole situation?
I think Bruno and Baleba would work to a certain level, because Bruno does trap back and he does run, right? But you know where his flaws are, I think Baleba would obviously step up and cover them. But in terms of Mainu, I think he's going to end up like falling to the wayside. Like it's like I said a few times in the group chat when we talking about midfield. Where does Mainu fit in? I just don't see it. Really, I don't see it at all.
Is that not crazy though? Do you think for the talent that he is?
Honestly,
no, but it's the same. I suppose it's the same with like. I think Mainu's got more talent, but with Garnacho, like if you just don't fit, you don't fit, do you?
Don't speak to me about that vampire.
But now it just worries me. Like, you know, like you say, what if Baleba gets injured or Bruno gets injured, and then you're starting to go into like the Ugarte, who I think personally is pants. Casemiro has not got any legs anymore. You know, if he was protected, then yeah. But nah, then that's what makes me wary about spending 100 million, because it's like that. Like Chivi said before about Declan Rice was the final piece. We haven't got all the pieces yet, so it's like I don't know. I'm so conflicted on it. It's like,
but it's almost like having trust in United in it, just to buy good players.
Yeah, when they've hurt you so many times.
They've hurt you so many times. It's kind of like, can we trust it again? But I do agree with what Chivi was saying about Jason Wilcox before. Like for me, him and Vivell are already a mega improvement on whatever Murta and Arnold did. Like just the way they're doing deals, the sell-on clause, little bits like that they're adding into it. Being more patient with deals, not rushing it, not being reactive. They're a lot more proactive in these kind of things. I'm not saying they're the best in the Premier League at doing business, but they're up there. They're definitely up there. And
improvements.
You know, the players they brought in. You know, if it seems to, people say anything about Yoro. Yoro seems like he's going to be a massive, massive talent. I'm happy with that deal. You don't know what's going to happen with Sesko or anything yet, of course. But Baleba, there isn't. Is it anyone else on the market right now who you would go, that's the guy over him?
Wharton's the only one. He's the only one.
I'd take Baleba over Wharton.
Yeah, I would.
This specific.
Yeah. I would personally, but he's the only other guy who measures up that I would go.
I agree.
He has to be bought. Like he's the only other one. Everybody else will look at like Javi Guerrero. He's got some skills, but he's not phenomenally good.
The thing about
Hugland, I really, really like, but I don't think he compares to Baleba in terms of his ceiling. Like I think Baleba's ceiling is unimaginable. So out there, spend that amount of money that I don't think anybody compares. Like that I can think of.
Just before anyone else comes in, let me read out some comments because there's loads and I've missed them. Please do get them in, leave a like in the video and subscribe to the channel. We're almost at 25,000, so yeah, please do, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Ali's saying, sorry, I read that already. Pat saying, if we don't get Baleba now, we won't get the chance again. It's a serious risk at that price, but he does look like a cheat code and could be worth every single penny. Sam saying, I'm a Baleba. You know the one.
Nice.
And Ali Williams saying Mainu would be perfect as one of the 2 number 8s in a 4-3-3. He would. And we saw that under Ten Hag, really. I think his best moments came under Ten Hag and for England as well. Like, where he was kind of either the right-sided kind of midfielder or the left-sided midfielder. All his best work came from there. Let me just read this extra bit out from Ben Jacobs that he put about this Baleba situation. So, he said, Ruben Amorim's telling his owners and Jason Wilcox and Christopher Favell, go and bid now for Carlos Baleba. Show a sign of ambition. Get me a ball winner. Find me an athlete in the middle of the park. Even though Brighton's position is not for sale, United are prepared to try. Aaron, who do we pivot to if we don't get this deal done? And is there anyone you would go for?
That's the question. Like we've just discussed it then. Like who do you go for if we don't get him this summer? I do think we need a quick fix. I honestly do.
Is there one out there?
Find one. You find one. It's that simple, you know what I mean? There has to be someone. There has to be another player that can play that position. He's not the only one. But I don't know, man. If you're saying Brighton don't want to sell, everyone has a price.
Never want to sell. Brighton never
everyone
has
a price though.
Yeah.
Like Brighton always have the opinion we don't want to sell him. And then they get to a point of the money's right and he'll go. And also, players are not gonna if Brighton hold on to players and stop them making that step up and going to the next level, players are going to stop coming to them because they're going to be like, well, you're not going to let me go when this X club comes in. And they've done that consistently. They let McAllister go, Casido go, Cucurella go, Basuma. They've let everybody go because they have an understanding. Come to our club, get your name up, like get your sort of profile up there. And then if the price comes in, you can go to the next level. That's how they operate. And that's how they get these players. If they start holding on to them, a lot of players are going to go, well, I'm not going there because they didn't let him go. And they didn't let him go to the next level. Dortmund worked the same way.
Also, that they need this because that's how they sustain. If they weren't getting them big fees every so often, they wouldn't be where they are now. Like we've got further up the table and that. So that's why I always say, like when we were talking about before, like you know, we always in the past would like bend the knee to the other club. Like they hold all the power. They don't. Yeah. They don't, man. No one's going to turn down money at the right price, Sagadi. So, you know, and that's what we've shown. So, you know, that I do think, though, that we won't go and get someone else. I think this deal could happen. I'm swaying more to it will happen than it won't.
Yeah, I believe so. As in Brighton are selling club. Like, never in the history of all these transfers have they ever said, you know, have they ever played hardball? Like, all they do is they have evaluation and they will poker face until you meet that evaluation and they'll sell. That's what they are. Like, they will never hold the player against his will. And just to add to what Aaron is saying, like, if there was going to be an alternative, I think by now we would have known or had some murmurings. Like,
see, you say that to there.
Hold on, let me just finish this. We know for a fact that the midfield is a priority. Like, Fabrizio has said it, like a few journalists have said that we're looking for a midfielder. I don't think we're wasting time this deal if we know that it can't be done. Now, we could get it wrong for sure, but I think we're going to make a major punt for it.
Yeah, the other thing I was going to mention is it seems like there is all trust and positive going into it. I think Brighton are going to be so fucking stubborn with this. I just think they're just going to be like, listen, he's got 3 years left on his deal. Like, we're only going to sell him for a really, really good price. And I don't think United are going to go over 100 million. I think United are going to put in an offer like 80, 85. And there's no way Brighton are going to accept that.
But you forget the ingredient we haven't talked about. We're talking about the two clubs. What about the player? Because at the minute, he's feeding out to the media. He's going to be respectful. How long until the window gets shorter and he wants to move and United are pushing? Obviously, we're saying, like, you know, players have spoke to him, are in his ear. it can change like that. Look at Isak. No one expected him just to like down tools and that for Newcastle.
But the thing is, it's also if you've got a contract obligation. Sometimes it works, doesn't it? Sometimes a player will force a move and they'll go. Sometimes they'll just sit and rot in the reserves or under 21s or whatever it is.
But then Brighton aren't in that position where, like a Real Madrid or a Chelsea, if he down tools and sits for a season, 6 months, his valuation drops. Their whole model is selling at the highest profit they can get. So
I don't see him as that type of guy to do that though. I mean, I don't personally know him.
Yeah.
But from things that I've read that have come out, he's respectful and this, and you're right, it might turn on a dime. They might end up saying, I really want to push out. In which case, fucking bring it on, mate, because I'll happily take that situation because it was better for us. But I don't know whether he does that or not. Yeah. I
don't see getting messy at all. I think behind the scenes, everybody just knows that just meet the valuation and get the player. I think that's what it is, and everything else is just posturing for the media. I don't think it's, and I think that these guys know that they would only commit so far if they knew that it was a realistic sort of situation where we could actually get him. If we could actually do it, then they'll push so far. I don't think we'll waste time if we knew that this wasn't going to be done. Honestly, like if it was under like the almost at the Glazers, we're still under the Glazers. If it was under Martin and the rest of them, yeah, I mean,
they'd be sat out at Brighton Pier for the rest of the transfer window.
For sure, like that's the whole thing. But if you look at the way we've handled some of the like the Sesko thing, like the Gyökeres thing, we didn't get too sucked into that pause, and then the Gyökeres thing, the Sesko sort of. The way we went about that, like it just shows there's a little bit more finesse with the way we do things now. But maybe I'm just wishful thinking. Really.
No, I wanted to like Chivy sort of the point I wanted to make. The way we've operated has been very different. Like we've gone in and gone to the player and gone, "Are you interested in coming? Do you want like this?" And then when they've given us the green light, then we've gone in Bumo, Cunha, Sheshko. That's the way we've operated. So we must have spoken to either his reps or him himself or his agent or something, and they've gone, "Yeah, we'd love to come. We want to be a part of this." Otherwise, we would just be turned away. Like with Gyökeres, we never made a bid. We never made a move for him because he was clearly interested.
Wasn't there a thing about him saying like there was a thing Amorims said about we don't want to sign players who want to come here just because we have Champions League or something. Yeah,
exactly.
I think there was a thing about Gyökeres only trying to go for Champions League, and he was like, "If you don't want to come here, then like we're not even." I think from then on, the rumor started to like cool down and stuff. So I don't know.
And then Wilcox and those Vivel look like those sort of guys where, because Murta and Arnold in the past, we had one target. If we didn't get him, we'd panic buy and go for somebody, like just get somebody. Vivel and Wilcox look like the type of guy. If they can't get the right guy, they won't just buy anybody. They'll be like, "No, we'll wait and we'll go for somebody else." Obviously, they'll have a list of players and stuff like that. But if Baleba is the number one guy, they're gonna go for him. And if they don't get him, they're not just gonna panic and go, "Let's buy John McGinn." Like, do you know what I mean? They're not gonna do that because this is the right guy. Do you remember that? Remember we were linked with John McGinn?
Yeah.
Do you remember?
I mean, Everton are trying to buy John McGinn. I think there's a few teams who are trying to buy him this window. I mean, he's built like a shed, isn't he, John McGinn? in the middle of the park, a bit mad. Just quickly, let me go cipher through the story because it's coming from CF Bayern, so Christian Falk, I think it is. Usually when I see these kind of stories, I instantly think this is the agent pushing out.
He's also full of shit, Christian Falk.
Yeah,
as well,
he is. But he's saying United have included Dayot, Upamecano in their list of priorities with the player's contract set to expire next summer. His agent has also offered the player to United. Interest from United has made it difficult for Bayern to agree a new contract with Upamecano. But it just got me thinking, lads. One, do we need any more centre-backs anyway, really? Like, are we desperate for centre-backs in that position? And two, the last time I watched Upamecano in the Champions League, he was dog shit. He made so many mistakes.
There was one game, I was trying to think of it before because I knew you would ask this, but there was one game and it was over 2 legs and both legs he just got destroyed, I can't remember who it was against.
Awful, mate. This name, I see you shaking your head. It's one of those stories, isn't it? You just know straight away. United,
agent driven. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like he's just trying to shop him anyway. Like we don't need essentially
one position we don't need a player. Like the one position. We've got loads. We don't need one.
This is typical. This is just typical. Like if come on, linking with Newcastle or something, it's not happening.
Newcastle.
I don't even know why we should even waste another minute on this topic, honestly, because it's so
no,
bullshit.
I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you. Let's fucking move on, shall we, to the last one. So we've got we're going to discuss a little bit of outgoings, lads, because this is for me the kind of asterisk on the window. I think the business that we've done so far with the players that we've brought in has been really, really good, and obviously I'm buzzing with Sesko. Can't wait to watch him play. But outgoings, we've still got Anthony, we've still got Sancho, we've still got Garnacho. And we still got Malacia as well. That's 4 players that are still here that we haven't sold yet. Yeah, people forget about Malacia.
I forgot about
he's the dusty broom in the cupboard that people completely forget about. So yeah, look, the reports coming out. So Manchester United are giving Anthony an ultimatum: accept a 30 or 40 million offer this week, or stay in the stands until January. Real Betis want to wait for a late loan move, but United are pushing the winger to decide now. They're demanding Anthony accepts one of many transfer offers, and Anthony is currently holding out for the Spanish team, with the Spanish club strategy being to pressure them into a move late in the window. Similar how you would see, we were speaking about Murta and Arnold before, very kind of similar scenario. Do we have to start being ruthless with these outgoings, Sam? The way we are with this Anthony thing. How many times have we seen a player going, I'm not going there, I'm going to wait for this, I'm going to do that. It's like, we're in control. Like Aaron said before, we're the ones with the power here, aren't we?
Yeah. No, I'm so sick and tired of, like, we want to sell players and then we just bend, like Chivy or Aaron, I can't remember which one said, we just bend the knee to clubs and go, oh, you could have him then, and we'll pay all his wages and no obligation to buy and all this sort of shit.
Yeah,
I hate it. I really hate it. And yeah, people, he might cost, I don't know what wage. Is he on, like 120, 150? What's he on a week?
200.
On 200, Jesus.
Is it 200?
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I know it's gonna.
How mad is that? 80 million quid and 200 grand a week. Fucking crazy.
Yeah. So I know it's going to cost a lot of money if he sits on a bench, but it sends a message, doesn't it, to any player who's going to be like, nah, I'm just going to wait it out and then I'm going to go for fuck all money. Because Betis have made it clear that it's like, oh, we want him, but we don't really want to pay anything for him. I think they've sold 3 players, Betis, so they've got money, like Johnny Cardoso and somebody else, I think they sold. So they've got money. So they just don't want to pay. They're going to wait till the end. Similar to Chelsea, apparently they're going to wait to the end of the window and try and get Garnacho for fuck all.
Walk off,
do you know what I mean? So if that's the case, then we just say to these 2 players, look, if you want to go to these teams, then you can wait when your contract's up. So go sit in the back and shut the fuck up. Or if you want to play football, these are the clubs that are interested. These are the clubs that have made offers. Pick one, and we'll do a deal. Like I like it. Like I'm here for it. Obviously, Jadon Sancho is another matter. God knows what goes on there. Hell, like,
can't believe we've got these players.
Do you know what? Jadon Sancho might still be here after the deadline. Honestly, like he could still be here. It's so mad. Rashford at least has sort of made himself like go. Like he took a wage cut. He was the one pushing it, and he got there, and they've made
fair play.
He's made himself like that move. And the other players, you can get fucked.
Yeah,
we stands. I don't care.
I mean, we have a looming shadow at Carrington. One might call him a South American vampire smoking an e-cig in his spare time, but that's for other kind of shows, I suppose. What do you think about this Garnacho situation? The quote that came out. Do you think he gets his move to Chelsea? And what's the lowest you'd go for him?
I do think he'll go. I think it seems too advanced not to happen now. Like, I don't think United would be advancing in discussions if they were just pushing 30 million, we're not paying anything else. I feel like United would just been like, nah, like shut it down. So I do think he'll go, but I think it's going to end up being like 45 mil with like 5 or 10 mil add-ons or something like that.
You think we'll get that much?
I think that's what it'll go like, yeah. Or it'll be like, I think we'll get around the 50-55 with including add-ons. But yeah, man, I would just be straight with him and say, if you ain't going Chelsea, then you ain't playing. Like, just, he's saying, oh, I'll sit for this. You don't decide when you sit. We decide if you're sitting or not. Like, honestly, I don't know who the kid thinks he is, man. He's like,
it is crazy. His ego is way out of checking.
Yeah. Like, it's not like he's been pulling up trees or anything.
No. Like,
he was crying about a fan insulting him. It's like, mate, where are you getting this attitude from? Like, you weren't even celebrating Old Trafford last season.
Yeah.
But nah, like that one's frustrating me the most. Like Anthony, I kind of get that he's just tore it up at Betis. He wants to go. He's kind of waiting on them, but still.
How much can that be a detriment, though, Aaron, to yourself as a player, though? Because if you're Anthony, what's he doing at the minute? Is he training? Is he?
I was about to say with him, I feel like it'll get to a point where I think he's one of them players where he'll be want to play football. You know what I mean? He's them South Americans.
It's the World Cup year, so he has to.
Exactly.
That's what I mean, and he's coming off like the best 6 months he's had in however long. Is he really going to? Yeah, is he ever going? Is he going to like get that opportunity again? Where if he sits down for 6 months, 12 months,
he's hot right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Right so now, there's teams in there like Benfica. Apparently, are actually interested in him. I think there was a few others, maybe Atletico Madrid were talked at the start of the window, and I think that's pretty legit.
They're good clubs as well.
That's what I mean.
Clubs to go to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So I do think he will move, but I think that's going to be like late on. I think that might be where there's a few weeks left, a week left, and he thinks, right, Betis ain't coming in for me.
Yeah,
I'll go elsewhere. But Malacia, yeah, that's what I mean. No one's buying him with his clapped out knee, like he's going to be in the bargain bin and just like whatever you can get. To be honest,
just a spare paddle player at the new court at Carrington when they need one.
He's going to be sipping them £5.50 pints in the fan park.
Can we sell him to Wrexham because they buy like sort of old tap, don't they? Like people who are like
West Ham and stuff. West Ham love an old beat up player.
Yeah. They're sell him to West Ham.
And Sancho, I actually think Sancho will be the one that doesn't go. I think he's going to like.
Surprise me. Won't surprise me.
I'll pick.
Isn't Besiktas supposed to be in for him?
Yeah, but he don't want to go. He doesn't want to go.
I'll pick your brains about the last. That's the last thing I want to do about like the ones who are left over. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on this situation, Civir, before we kind of finish things off with the whole Garnacho thing.
I mean, obviously, you guys know me. I'm not. These kind of things don't really trigger me that much.
Yes.
When I saw the code,
we are the opposite in that sense.
Yeah, I wasn't triggered. He's not in the squad. He's out of the squad. So obviously, he's what did he say? Well, here's another thing. Like what Fabrizio said was he said Chelsea or I don't go. Like that's the translation. We don't really know exactly how it was said. It just makes it sound like he went to United and just shouted at them. We don't really know how it was said, but whichever way, like these things don't trigger me. He's already out the door. He's going. So what's the point of losing your shit over that? Is who going? Garnacho. He's going. Of course he's going.
I think he's going.
No, it depends. Chelsea could go.
It depends on what. He's going. We're selling him.
He doesn't want to be a
£5 price tag.
He doesn't want to be a. They don't want to be like he'll go. There
is no scenario where Garnacho doesn't go. The only thing is the only thing that pisses me off is just the way we've handled it. This is my issue with Ineos. The way we've handled it is we've made it easy for clubs to just lowball our players because we've clearly made it. We've made it clear that we don't want them. So obviously, I don't expect them to come and like put a high bid on something that we don't want. We've taken the value out. If we don't value something, how do we expect anyone else to value in it?
And it's not even the fact that like it's not the fact that they're like, oh, these like Hoyland, like, oh, we're open to offers. It's like these guys excluded. We just want
excluded. They're sneaking into the training ground after trade. Like it's clear. Like the fans have made it clear. We don't want them, right? But then we want to charge a lot. Like we just have to accept that we're not going to get money for these guys. We're going to get the lowest amount, and that's what it is. But they're going. He's going. So I'm not even worried about what he's saying because it doesn't really, I'm not triggered about those kind of stuff. And I think we'll get, like Aaron said, I think we'll negotiate a good deal. I think we'll get something like 40 with like 5 mil add-ons and stuff like that. Also,
is that enough? Would you all be happy with that deal?
I'll take it at this point. I'll take it because
I'll take it
because we need the money to fund other transfers. Like we actually need to sell these people. Now with what's happening with Anthony and them telling them to get another, I think it's just the club putting pressure on the agents and on the player as well, because Anthony probably doesn't mean any harm. I think it's just a situation where He's been promised by Betis that they'll come in for him, and he's just waiting. Now, when the pressure is put, he's going to be like, yo, you guys need to move otherwise, because he knows he's not going to be in there. He's just had a really good 6 months. He has a really good chance of getting back in the Brazil team. He's not going to waste his sitting on the bench at Man United. Like, Brazil, like, your national team spot is not guaranteed. If he misses out now, he may never play for them again. So he has to get a place right now. And I think he's gonna push for a move. It's just one of those things where I hope we learn from our mistakes as far as outgoings and the way we don't have to treat them nice. We just have to pretend that they're valuable to us.
We've done it with Højlund, haven't we? Like, we took Højlund on a pre-season tour. He played some games.
Just have them around, put them.
We got the new guy in, and now we're like, yeah, he can go, he can fuck off.
It's just pretend.
Change for pre-season, Rasmus. But we've got Sesko now.
Yeah, that's literally what they've done, isn't it? It's like they said nothing about him. Like, also, I know Laurie Whitwell said he'd probably go, but United have not said anything. Yeah. And now Sesko's coming. He didn't come off the bench. He didn't start against Thing. They presented the new striker. Amrin said after the thing, Amrin said after the interview was like, we didn't have a striker. Now we have got one. Like, dude, you're done. It's over. It's so fucking over.
Ruthless Ruben.
Nah, I love it, man.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Just to finish up, I'm more than happy for us to do that for these guys and just get them going. Really, like as far as putting pressure on them to move on. Like, we need that cash quickly.
Yeah. Fair enough. Last question. It's kind of a double-headed question. Number one, out of the players that are left, who do you expect to go, and who do you think will still be here when the transfer window finishes? And number two. I think me and Sam will be doing the Arsenal preview, so Aaron, Chivy, give us your predictions for the Arsenal game, just kind of a quick kind of summary. But we'll start with the outgoings first. So Sam, out of the outgoings,
Garnacho will go, Anthony will go, Malacia probably, but God knows where. I really have no idea on that.
Dog and duck.
I think Sancho will still be here.
Interesting. Aaron?
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I think Sancho is gonna still be here and
plodding about.
Yeah, literally for 12 months. I don't think he's going to be
haunted. He's just going to be, like the Phantom of the Opera. He's just going to be haunting us at the top of the fucking Old Trafford stage, isn't he? Just like on the roof, just like
Sting used to in WCW in the rafters.
Sting with a mask on and a baseball bat, and then he just comes down on a fucking zip line. Just like, for fuck's sake, man! Just leave. Go away.
Are we going to make it 3 out of 3, Chivy?
No, they're all good.
Oh. Mate, you're confident. I don't know where it's from for this window, but you are super confident.
Since we've been linked with Baleba, Chivy's just been like, we're fucking having it. Let's go.
No, but I don't know how you guys think these people are going to stay. Like,
I don't know how you think they'll all go.
Who's going to pay Sancho $350 a week, mate? It's not happening. Like, it's just not happening.
He's going. Like this,
where?
Even if it's like
where is he going?
I don't know. I don't work for Ineos. How am I supposed to do that? What the fuck am I supposed to do? But I know that these guys know that there's money there. Even if the loans count, where they pay some of the wages, we're going to make money off him somehow. It's a business.
We're not going to
we're going to fold our arms and just be like, shit, we can't do anything about it. No, Jim Ratcliffe is not going to stand for that.
Go on, Jim.
Money. This is the business. What do you guys think? Nah, man, we're not going to just sit around and be like, oh, absolutely, he doesn't want to go. So he's just, no. You're going to play somewhere. We'll get a loan for you, and they'll pay at least 40% of your wages. We're saving money off that guy somehow. Last year, even if it's 500K, we're selling him. Like, they're all
do a Donny.
Donny, yeah.
Oh my God, Donny Van de Beek. Wow.
We are making money off these guys, whether they like it or not. Like, we need the money. So we're going to have to hustle them out somehow. I'm not, none of them are staying.
Nick, do you remember that Walrus that showed up in, was it Bournemouth or something like that on the dock?
No, it wasn't Bournemouth. It was
not Bournemouth?
Brighton?
It was a seaside town. Basically, it showed up
club.
and they just couldn't, they couldn't shift it. So they came with like a forklift and just sort of tipped it into the ocean, like pushed it into the thing. That's what we're going to have to do with Sancho. Just like sort of get a mechanical thing and just push him like out of the training ground. Like that's
how crazy would it be if
to.
Jadon Sancho's playing any minutes for United next season?
He won't. He won't play any minutes. If he stays, he's not playing any minutes. It's not.
That'd be crazy.
I'm surprised they haven't given his number out to someone else.
Last question, more for Aaron and Chevy, because me and Sam will probably do the preview tomorrow. Arsenal game, thoughts, feelings ahead of it, striker situation, just very quickly if you can, 2 minutes.
The Chivy Derby.
Chivy Derby, my apologies.
Yeah, we're getting killed.
He's so confident ahead of the transfer window, and then the Arsenal game, now we're getting slaughtered.
We're getting killed. Maybe we'll draw. Like, I'm more than happy to be wrong, absolutely. But like, probably like a draw or something. I think we're both scared of each other, to be honest, because I hear the way some Arsenal fans talk. Like, I think we're both wary of each other. They haven't won here in a long time, but I'm not confident going into this one. I think we are ready made for teams like Arsenal to take advantage, and I think that's what they're going to do. I think it might be like a 3-1, something like that. Like, you know, if we get a 1-1, I'll be very happy.
That's so funny. Aaron?
2-1 United, statement of intent.
Okay. So United well and truly have grabbed you by the bollocks and brought you back in, haven't they?
I always think first game, anyway, there's always that one result, or there's always the one or two results where they were expecting it. And, you know, everyone starts on an even playing field. So I just go for United and hope for the best.
Does Sesko start in that game, lads?
He's got to for me. We can't have that looking like a Rice up front again. I can't watch. Do you know what? Actually, I'll change my prediction depending on that starting lineup. Because if I see him up front, mate,
he won't be up front. He'll play Mount.
He was on the bench in pre-season. He's not fucking playing him.
He'll play Mount or Bruno Cunha. I don't think he'll.
No, I think Sesko starts. He's had a week training with the team. That's plenty.
Do you know that every now and then, whenever I go to do like my weekly shop, every time I walk past basmati rice,
to see his face on the packet.
I honestly think about Aaron every time I
do you know what? That was like the running joke between like me and my mates that used to come to mind to watch the game for Lukaku. But mate, he just took that mantle and ran with it.
Riceless, man.
At least Lukaku scored some goals for us. Like he got
he had a good return.
That's what I mean. Like at least
Rasmus did as well. Rasmus first season, like he did all right.
I'd say he had more of a purple patch, like a really purple patch, rather than a full season.
He didn't score Premier League goal for 15 games.
And then scored 10 in 10. Everyone was like, "Oh, 70 million quid's well worth it."
He had that patch there where you're cooking rice, and it's either you've burnt it and it's like it's hard, or you've done it too much and it's too soggy. He got that middle ground of right consistency, but now he's just been burned.
He's not shit. He just doesn't fit the system. If he goes anywhere else, he's banned.
I think it's. I think he'd do. If he goes to Italy, I think he'd be all right.
Oh, he'll smash it in Italy. Yeah. He'll smash it in.
He's not shit. I just think he just can't play our system.
That's the quote for United cast-offs. They're smashing Italy.
Yeah.
Every time.
What they do.
They do. Look at him. Like Darmian, Ashley Young, Lukaku, Scott McTominay. They just
criminal.
Win
criminal
titles.
That Darmian gets to play a Champions League final as a centre back.
Twice.
I don't understand. Twice.
He's won 2 doubles. He's won 2 doubles with Inter Milan. Like that's
Darmian.
This
guy, man, honestly. If you used to have a beard off, who's got a worse beard, Altai or Darmian?
It has to be Altai.
Yeah,
just because he's
Turkish. He's got like the bump up with Darmian at them, like consistent side.
What's Altai done to his hair, by the way? Where's his sideburns?
He's switched it up.
He watched the show.
About fucking time, innit? I mean, how long have you got to go until someone goes, "Yeah, mate, what's that shit on your cheek?" And you go, "All right, yeah, I'll get rid of that."
Did you listen to? By the way, MUTV commentary is some of the worst.
Oh,
thing I've ever. One of the guys was going like,
his hair or something.
No, like he was going like that, and he's going, "Oh, they've changed the goalkeepers at half time," and then the guy was like, "No, they haven't." Like it's paying there. He's like, "Oh, he's changed his haircut." He's like, "Yeah, but he didn't get an haircut at half time." Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you
so
doing? Like,
bland, isn't it?
what are you doing?
So dead.
Like,
It's the
commentate the
blandest
game, you
media
dickhead.
you've
Honestly.
ever seen in your life. The guy who does it, I'm telling you, he does missionary every once a month.
socks on.
He's that guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
socks on.
I think
This guy.
I think he's been there for like the past 20 years because I swear to God, it's the same guy.
Yeah.
It's
Hello,
the same
guys.
guy for like
Welcome to MUTV. Just get off
Like,
me
do you
fucking
have a
screen,
personality, mate? Like, please, just show
Honestly.
something. Like,
Most
was
ready
like-
salted media presenter you've ever seen.
I was
in your
like, I
life.
cannot
very-
wait until the Premier League's back, so I don't have to hear this commentary team for another 9 months because
Yeah.
fuck me.
I don't
It's
even
so
watch
bad.
it anymore. I can't.
just
Yeah.
Johnny
Oh,
Evans.
it's
Johnny Evans.
horrible.
Does his wife still work?
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
She still works.
She
there.
still-
She did the when they did the big stadium
Yeah.
kind of presentation. She opened it with Jim Ratcliffe and kind of that stuff. So yeah, she's still there.
Speaking of
I-
Premier League coming back, just like what Sam was saying, man, it's so. I don't know about you guys, but it's just so. Every time I think about it, I just get so depressed. Like, the
I'm
league
glad
starts
football's
again.
back, but at the same time, it's kind of like you don't know what roller coaster you're gonna go.
I'm
you know
not.
what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not glad it's like I'm so like it just worries me. Like, do you know it's so crazy? Like, I can't even like I plan a lot like for the future and stuff. I can't see anything past Sunday. Sorry, honestly, right now.
It's doomsday.
Is it the Premier Chivy? Is it the Premier League or is it just because it's Arsenal? Is it like the
both.
Arsenal?
First
Is it
of all,
both?
it's both. Just not having
I know
any.
Arsenal affects
Yeah,
your
so-
mental health more than anything. Like playing
Well,
Arsenal like that.
I wouldn't give them that much credit. I wouldn't like to
It
admit.
does. It does, Chivy.
But then
It
it's-
has a
it's
spot
two
in your
things.
head. I'll
Yeah.
say.
It's two things. It's not having confidence going in, and then it's fucking Arsenal first. Like that will just set the tone for like the rest of the
I know what you
season.
mean.
And even if we go on and win like 5 games, like we lost that one, like I would
Yeah.
never. So yeah, I'm just Anyway,
I feel the same. I want to be optimistic and I want to really give it my all, but like you said, we've been hurt that many times. It's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust them, even with the players that they've got. And also the Everton game and the Fiorentina game. When you watch that, that really sat everyone back down after
It
the
does,
Bournemouth
yeah.
game. Everyone's like, "Oh, we're pressing,
Yeah.
shifting it. Oh my god, it's a new team." And then you watch them against Everton, and you're like, "Fucking Idrissa Gueye and Irabunum are running the midfield." It's like, how can you go from one shift from really really good to
The signs were there in the West Ham game because as soon as we made changes in that West Ham game, we fell off a fucking cliff.
Oh, mate.
And they got back into the game. And I was just like, oh, here it is. This is United, I know. These are the ones. Fucking Dallo
And to be
comes on the
fair-
pitch and I'm like, here we go. This is going to shit now.
Fucking Dallo.
and
My
let's
God.
be honest. Man. Bournemouth were shit on that day. Like they were so poor.
Oh, yeah, they were terrible.
yeah,
They
the
were
next
bad.
game we played,
Yeah.
poor.
It was like that 45 minutes of the Ranić where you thought, oh, what we on to here?
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah, the Gegen press for the 40
Yeah.
minutes, and then
And
you
we just,
never saw
like,
anything
can't be
again.
Can't be asked doing that every game. Like, we're not doing
4-2-2,
that. Yeah.
Gegen press, German
No.
professor. Oh,
No.
I mean, and then, mate, about 2 months later, you're like, what the fuck is
But
this?
even
What
2
is
months,
going
it was 45 minutes later.
Yeah.
45 minutes, fuck.
Oh, they're knackered now.
Anthony
They press for
Langdon.
40 minutes and they're knackered.
Anthony Langer's starting over Marcus Rashford every single week
Yeah.
as well. Like, that was mad. Just
Crazy.
so mad that.
Crazy. Right, on that bombshell anyway, we shall end it there. We'll end it on a positive note going into the Premier League season. Of course, we play Arsenal on Sunday and we'll have the preview for that on Friday. So please do leave a like on the video for us, subscribe to the channel, check us out on Instagram, X and TikTok. Close to 25k, and that's because of you legends who tune in every single day. Appreciate the time from Civir, Aaron and Sam. We'll check you guys out in the next one.